Welcome back to Breakfast Television and good morning. Things are moving pretty well for the most part on most of our major routes, but we do have a problem that is outside of our camera range, and it's on the westbound 401 west of Guelph Line, where we have the right lanes blocked with a little bit of a truck fire. So emergency crews are currently on that scene. No heavy delays approaching that truck fire, but it is an area that you do want to avoid. Outside of that, the westbound 401, we're looking at delays out of Durham region from Nielsen to McCowan. Alternately, Express and Collector is a little bit slow through here as well, west of Lake Ridge. So it is quite busy, and this is all just due to volume. Once you get down to the southbound DVP 404 combo, you're looking at delays approaching that long-term construction, so do give yourself that extra time. And heading off our major routes, getting reports that Eglinton has been reopened between Glenholm and Times Road, which is west of the Allen, and that is following a police investigation. That's a look at your roads. Now sending things over to Frankie for that forecast.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the seasonal temperatures, some of the numbers that are going to impact your day today. First off, sunrise 5:44 a.m. sets at 9 o'clock, so we're starting to see those daylight hours shrink. We're at 15 hours and 15 minutes of daylight. Seasonal high should be right around 26.6. The record was 36.4 back in 1988. We're going to hit 30 today, not a record breaker, but above seasonal. Good news about today, as you know, through the overnight period, we had no humidity. 16, beautiful for sleeping. 19 right now in Burlington. We take a look over towards Oshawa at 16. So today, like yesterday, no humidity, but hot. We're going to keep an eye, as we're seeing just over through the Midwest, this line of activity that's going to move towards Toronto, impact us on Thursday. So we're dry today, tomorrow. Tomorrow, humidity returns. We'll have humidex values near 40 with a high of 31. Slight chance of showers on Wednesday, but there's the impact. Thursday, we'll get into showers, possible thunderstorm on Thursday, and a daytime high 27. Let's look at your next 3 days weather-wise. Now on to your news.
A fatal fire in Hamilton is now being investigated as a homicide. 2 people are in custody. Our Tammy Sutherland standing by live at Beach Road and Gage Avenue with all of these details. Tammy, we are expecting the Ontario Fire Marshal's Office to investigate here.
Yeah, that's right. And so in the meantime, Melanie, you can see right here that police are continuing to hold the scene here in Hamilton at this building that had several apartment units inside. And it was last night at about 7 o'clock that fire crews were called here to a unit that was on fire. 1 woman and 2 dogs were pulled out of the unit. The woman was rushed to hospital without vital signs. She was pronounced dead in hospital. The 2 dogs that were given CPR, unfortunately, neither of them survived. And it was just this morning that we learned that 2 people have now been taken into custody. They are under arrest, a man and a woman. However, we have not heard from Hamilton Police what exactly the charges will be in this case or what relation these 2 people may have to the victim who died in hospital yesterday. So that's one thing that we're waiting to get from Hamilton Police. In the meantime, though, the Ontario Fire Marshal's Office will be here on scene to take a look at the scene itself to figure out exactly what the cause of the fire was last night. And when it comes to the victim, we don't have an age or an identity at this point from police. But in the meantime, of course, we're trying to get more information from Hamilton Police and from investigators on this case, and we'll bring that to you as soon as it's available. Mel, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you for that, Tammy. Premier Doug Ford speaking to the media yesterday for the first time since his cabinet shuffle was sideswiped by a patronage scandal that led to his former chief of staff, Dean French, resigning. But the premier broke his silence in Calgary, surrounded by fellow Conservative premiers. His main message here, people don't care about the scandal, only the media does.
You know something, I think I addressed that pretty quickly. As a matter of fact, I addressed that immediately when we're in Toronto. But my friends, we aren't here to talk about Dean French. You know, we're here, we're here, and I just addressed that. We're here to talk about internal trade.
Dean French abruptly left his job as Ford's top advisor more than 2 weeks ago after allegedly giving lucrative foreign postings to those who were personally connected to him. Well, after weeks of mass protests, Hong Kong's leader says they will try to stop trying to amend a controversial bill that would allow extradition to China.
But there are still lingering doubts about the government's sincerity, or worries whether the government will restart the process in the Legislative Council. So I reiterate here, there is no such plan. The bill is dead.
Carrie Lam calling work on the bill a total failure, but still stopping short of completely withdrawing it. Because of that, protesters say it's not enough, and they plan to keep demonstrating. Just last week, the situation reaching a boiling point when activists stormed the vandalized Hong Kong's parliament. Riot police having to use tear gas to clear them.